You want to learn how you can have more energy. If you're somebody that has no energy by noon, or you're somebody that's constantly tired and sleepy and you're finding yourself really reliant on having multiple coffees a day, I'm going to tell you the 5 main reasons you are feeling so tired and a solution to them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep, it's no surprise to me that you don't have any energy. So if you're somebody that constantly goes to bed late at night, or you constantly wake up early and you went to bed late, this is an issue for you because you're not getting enough sleep. And if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to function properly and you're not going to have enough energy. This is the basic human need. You need to sleep in order to survive. So if you're not giving your body what it needs to survive, you're not going to have enough energy. Its main priority is not going to be having energy, but it's going to be to just survive. So get enough sleep. It's very critical. You should be getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. The next one, number 2, is you are having too much sugar. A lot of people don't realize this, but when you have tons of sugar, what happens is you get a spike in your blood sugar, and that gives you really quick energy, and it also gives you a lot of dopamine and you feel really good about it, really hyper and everything. But then the bad thing about it is you'll get this very high spike in blood sugar, and then it'll go right down again. And it's gonna go down even lower than what your blood sugar level was when you didn't have any. So that becomes a problem because you start to have less energy very quick. You'll get a spike and then it's right back down even lower than it was before. So if you're somebody that's experiencing this and you're having a lot of sugar, I recommend cutting out your sugar intake and just having sugar once in a while. And this not only applies to just processed sugars, but it also applies to eating fast digesting carbs. It's not just the unhealthy stuff like cookies, chips, donuts, but it also can be stuff like crackers, it can be rice, pasta. These are fast digesting carbs, and you're gonna get a very similar effect as if you were just having those donuts. You're gonna get a big spike and then it's gonna come back down again. So I would recommend, instead of having very fast digesting carbs, go for the more slow digesting carbs like sweet potato, oatmeal, stuff like that. So your energy levels will be a lot more consistent. And I'd also recommend pairing your carbohydrates with protein and fat. This is so that you're having a balanced meal and your blood sugar is not going to go up really, really fast with that added protein and fats that you're having in the meal. The third reason, so this is a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people drink way too much caffeine. And what happens when you drink too much caffeine is you get a very, very high spike in your energy from the caffeine, and then it comes right back down again, and it comes down lower, similar to when you eat sugar. Your energy comes lower than what it was initially. And you think the solution would just be to have more caffeine, but what that does is it puts you in a cycle where you're constantly up and down, and your body's just going to get used to the caffeine, and you're not going to feel the same effects as what it once gave you. If you are in the situation and you've been drinking a lot of coffee and you notice that it doesn't give you that kick as it used to before, you need to do a detox with your caffeine and only consume it once in a while. Then that's when you're gonna have a really good response with your energy, but you're not gonna get a good response if you just have it all the time 24/7, because like I said, your body's gonna get used to it and you're not gonna see that effect with your energies going up anymore. So the fourth one is you're not drinking enough water. If you're not drinking enough water, your body can become dehydrated. And when it's dehydrated, that's when you lack energy. You're not gonna feel as motivated, you're not gonna have energy to do things, you're gonna get very tired very quick. Your body needs water just like it needs sleep. So if you're not drinking enough, this is a really big reason why you could be very tired all the time. So make sure you're drinking 3.5 liters of water each day, and this should help your energy levels. And the fifth one, the last one, is stress. So if you're somebody that has a lot of stress and you're not managing it and you're constantly with a lot of anxiety, then it makes sense to why you're very tired and have no energy all the time. So what happens when you are in a stressed response is your body goes into a fight or flight mode, and this is in our DNA. So back in the day when we used to have to hunt bears, we used to have to run away from things, we would have these fight or flight hormones into our bloodstream, and it would help us get away from these dangerous situations. So like, you know, if you've ever had adrenaline, you know, that feeling in your body, ghrelin, that hunger hormone. So if you're constantly at a heightened fight or flight response, you're not going to be able to relax, and you're going to be expending a lot more energy than you need to, and your sleep is probably going to suffer as a result of that. So if you're somebody that has a lot of stress and anxiety or depression, I would recommend addressing that issue and maybe seeing a counselor, maybe getting some help, or it could also be changing your perspective of the way you view things, but that needs to be handled and managed if you want to have more energy day to day. So those are my 5 main reasons, and most people don't have all of these under control. So make sure that you are getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours a night. You are drinking enough water, 3.5 liters each day. You're consuming simple carbs and sugary foods in moderation, as well as caffeine. You are not consuming it in excess, and you are handling your stress. So thank you all for watching. If you want more information on any other topic of, you know, that you're struggling with, or you want some more tips, I have a Instagram account that I post on regularly, so make sure to follow me on there. And thank you again. I will see you in the next video.